It's the place to be, you're gonna get to know. Restaurants and movies appear, amusement parks and ocean piers, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City's face, a changing place, time to lead the way. You want to see the old become the new, remember yesterday. Rolling chairs and trolley cars, Ferris wheels and movie stars, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City star shines near and far, you can see its glow. You get some sand in your shoes, shells in your hand, it's the place to go. Beauty pageants and parades, cotton candy taffies made, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground.
Hello, welcome to the Postcard Show, a continuing show of flipping out with postcards. We flip them onto the screen. It's my identical twin brother, John Polillo. I'm Joseph Polillo. We're here with you, hopefully, at the same time, same place, every Sunday at 2. John, I flip the cards up, say a little bit. John says a little bit on each show. We're going to move along. Some cards we've shown before, we want to get through them really quick, because you've seen them before, but they're very important and we have to get them on. So we're going to flip right now. We're going to go right to the cards. I left off with this part at another show. I want to bring it back into the postcard. Whoa.
Atlantic City people would be more familiar with what we're going to show you than a lot of out-of-towners. But you have to understand that what we're going to show you here is the site of the, well, now it's the Hilton. It was the Valley Grand, it was the Golden Nugget. But this is actually the site of the President Hotel. This is Albany Avenue and the beach. Way early, when the boardwalk just came down, just as a one-laner. This here would be Hartford Avenue and the boardwalk. This became a rolling chair storage house. And the woman lived in Chelsea Heights. What was her name, Evinger or Evan? But that's Hartford and Albany and the boardwalk.
And this house is the one in the corner.
As you can see it, here it is here, Hartford and the boardwalk. And this here is a parking lot now, Hart's parking, but you see all the tents? People lived in the tents. Here's the Osden, which was at between Salvern and Montpelier, I presume. And there's the way that came down.
This was the scene as it was, but it also may be Ventnor. That could be a Ventnor beach. Atlantic City Beach?
Of course it's Atlantic City. There's the situation right there as you're coming uptown. There's the tip of the $1 million pier sticking out all the way uptown.
Okay. I hear you. And how about a rolling chair?
Whoops. It's live television. There is the boardwalk rolling chair parade. You can see the rolling chairs. They're lined up right here, but here's a surprising thing. You figure out, well, where are we here? You try to figure out where you are, and you notice this ramp here.
That's Park Place.
And you see it. This is Boardwalk and Park Place, from Indiana towards Boardwalk and Park Place. And the unique thing about this photograph is what?
What is the unique thing about it? No $1 million pier. If it's
No
Park Place.
$1 million pier.
If it's Park Place.
It's definitely Park Place, because there's the way we'll show it to you in the next photograph,
Oh, yeah.
where there's no $1 million pier.
Well, you know, I play a little like I don't know, but
But you do
want the
know.
people.
There's the same situation right here. Indiana and the boardwalk.
Flip back a second.
And I can't. You have to lift the top card. There's the exact same place.
Here, hold on. Let me move to this side. There.
There it is. And then the pier goes right in there.
There was
Here's
no pier in
Captain
that.
Young's house over here. $1 million pier.
They put that pier in there, did they?
There's the pier they put in there.
What a pier.
What a pier.
Let's flip through these real quick. The people have seen them before. The dentist, no big
This is
explanation.
that's what you think. Here, look at this picture. You can't figure it out. If there's two wings to the dentist, here's one, here's the other. What street's this? This street had to be eliminated.
I say it's Michigan.
Can't be Michigan. You'd have to have the Shelburne on this side of the street. This is the dentist. This is the dentist. This street became the backyard of the Blenheim.
Well, the Shelburne would be where your pointer is, fella.
Joe, this is the dentist. You
I know, the
understand
rear end of it, towards Pacific Avenue, right?
that? No. Here's the boardwalk up here.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I got you.
What, do you believe it's the other way?
I
don't.
think it's
Here's
the other way.
This faces the boardwalk, Joe. See it?
Okay.
All right, show the next picture and you'll find out what I'm talking about.
Prove
This
your own
street
point.
disappeared. Here's the point.
Prove
Want to
your own
prove it?
point.
There it is.
Yeah?
See this piece right here?
Yeah.
What piece is that?
That's the one closest to the Blenheim.
That's the
down.
piece that got put in front of this one.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
All right, I don't see where you can prove it.
Well, there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
That's this side, Joe.
Okay, yeah, because the
Here's
other
the other
building in the
side.
back would be across those two ends.
All right. Now, if you
Okay.
want to peel them back off, you'll
Yeah.
see it happen again to you.
Yeah.
Here it is here.
Okay.
Here it is here.
Oh, okay, so you're saying that's up Boardwalk.
This became a no street. This became the yards between the
Okay,
Blenheim
I'll go with that.
and the dentist.
Now I go with that. What was the name of the street? Did it ever have a name?
We have to look it up. We have to figure it out, because if you look at it this way, right here, there it is from here back.
All right, let's step through these cards.
Go ahead.
No more debate. Hello.
There's the Blenheim. Now, that's the Marlborough House.
No big thing about it. Let the people realize what they're
There's-
looking at.
Here's the Marlborough House
And the Blenheim.
and the Blenheim. There it is. That's the way they sat up there on the boardwalk in Park Place. There's the Blenheim.
Pardon my fingers, but I have to run through this set rather quick. That's
Now,
the
this
bright-
here is good for you. Here's the Claridge, just acquired by Hilton. Here's the Brighton.
Hello? Park
There's
Place?
the Claridge, Boardwalk and Park Place, and the Brighton.
The Brighton.
The Brighton and the Claridge. Here's the Claridge, a little thing.
The Brighton.
Brighton, as it went back and was private back here on Illinois Avenue.
Oops.
Wait, no, wrong.
Wrong. One of them's in there.
Wait a second, we'll find it. Hold on. I don't know where it went. It might
Well,
be later.
forget it. There's Park Place today. And we'll just keep putting them up. Just keep putting
I
them
wonder
up.
what happened to that.
Here you
Here.
go. Next photo.
There it is from the boardwalk. Here's what we want to show you, though. Here's the Windsor. Here's the Traymore. The front of the Traymore is here. They built a real modern section in here about 50, 60 years later. Here's the Brighton Casino.
Let's just flip around, man. I'm not too deep today. I just want to flip around. The Traymore and the Windsor. From 1902 uptown, that all burnt. From that Windsor Hotel on the right, all the way up to Tennessee Avenue burnt down, if I'm correct.
Well, here it is from the water. That's how it looks from the water.
Well, that's cool.
That's Boardwalk and Park Place,
Yeah, I have to agree.
right there.
Let's just keep flipping them. No
There,
particular
here's the
way to
Windsor.
go.
Here's the Windsor and the Traymore in wood. There's the piece of the train we're put in.
Anyone that's watched this show has heard those elaborations over and over again. And we're just going to...
There it is. There's the wooden train moor with the front new train moor.
Okay, I know you'll never find any photograph with the back being put on. Okay, there. Let's just keep flipping through here. You let the people use their eyeballs for a while. Without you. Thank you. I like that. It's my 1997 moto. Zip it. Hey.
There you go. Here's Young's Hotel, Kentucky to Illinois, with a rolling chair parade going by.
Keep to the right. Up. Excuse me.
There it is again. Brady's Baths. Here's Young's Hotel. Here's the pavilion. Here's Kentucky to Illinois. Same shot years later. They've added 2 floors on top of the Young's Hotel. Here's the Bulwark. Here's how they got out of the sun down here.
Again.
Here's the same shot again. Young's Hotel, Young's Pier, Kentucky to Illinois.
And now you're right there.
And there's Tennessee Avenue. Here's Young's Pier, right here. Here's Young's Hotel. Here's the Vienna restaurant.
How about further uptown?
Further uptown, as you go past, you go by where the Bulwark National Bank got put in, and Ocean, St. James, right on up.
Getting up to near Kentucky.
There's Kentucky in the Wood, Frailinger's, American Gardens. There it is again, Sunray Drug, Kentucky in the Boardwalk.
The hotel.
There's the Mayflower, Young's Hotel.
We're just going to keep flipping because you've seen these before, but do we want to get them in?
This is actually what it's like when you went on to the Hines Pier. This is Hines Pier. You walked out over the ocean, and you got your pickles and all, and you came on back.
Yeah, and the breeze.
There's the original lifeguard rowboats with the way they carried it up and back to the soft sand.
Here's the corner of the city.
There's how she looked.
Uptown Atlantic City or Up Beach or whatever.
You can see the Bulwark came up, and then they name all the exhibits as you come up. And here's the piers, and then it came around.
Does it say this is on a pier?
There's the flip-flop everybody talks about. It was on Young's Pier. That would be Tennessee in the Boardwalk. As you look in here, you can see the wooden cottages of the Chalfonnet, the Haddon Hall, the Strand, and the Seaside. And there's the loop-de-loop.
Loop-de-loop, upside down.
Or the flip-flop, they call it. Here it goes. Whoa!
He's on.
Bang!
They're upside down.
There's the Haddon Hall and the Chalfonnet. There it is.
And
there's the South Carolina Avenue tent.
Here's laying out between 1, 2, 3,
Here's the lifeguards out here making sure nobody drowns. Here's the Chalfonnet. Here's the Haddon Hall. Here's the Strand, the Seaside, Steeplechase Pier.
A little crowded around the Haddon Hall there.
Here's the Chalfonnet. Here's the Haddon Hall in here. That's the Boardwalk at North Carolina Avenue. Probably about 1909.
I hear you. Let's try this part.
There it is from the Chalfonnet balcony looking west to the Central Pier at Tennessee Avenue.
All right, let's flip. Name it.
There's the new arcade put in front of the Haddon Hall. You can see the Haddon Hall there. There's Pennsylvania Avenue in the Boardwalk looking into the city. Here's the Strand. Here's the Seaside. There's the Chalfonnet, Pennsylvania Avenue in the Boardwalk in front of the Seaside.
And right there, too.
And right there again in the other direction, Pennsylvania Avenue in the Boardwalk in front of the Steeplechase Pier. Here's the Steel Pier in the background.
Seaside early.
There's the Seaside early, horse and buggy days.
There's the Seaside late.
There's the Seaside, but notice, here it is back here. See it? There's the old piece.
Yeah. That's where we stood and watched the big fire.
This went up first, this one down. I stood here and watched the Strand burn down in 1953.
The Strand.
That was connected to the front. This remained. This didn't burn. This was the Abbey years later. But the Strand, and that is the Steeplechase Pier. And then, of course, people always talk about it. Here's the Steeplechase Pier burning down. There was the fire. You can see it destroyed the final day. Here it is, all in ruins. Here's the inside ballroom where you would walk on, and they had these spinning floors that spun you around. Now, what's that? Does anyone know? Before anything is said, either you know it or not, this is Virginia Avenue in the Boardwalk. Here's the Islesworth, and whatever was at Maryland in the Boardwalk right here. But here's Virginia Avenue right here.
Hello, Virginia Avenue.
There's Virginia Avenue looking the other way at the pier. The General Motors exhibit went in here years later. There it is again. General Motors went in here. The ballroom, music hall was here.
I like
See the beach
I like
there?
that beach.
Did you see the beach there?
I love that photograph.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love that photograph.
We worked this
I think
beach.
that's a nice photograph.
We worked this beach
I
in the
love that
60s.
thing.
There's the steeplechase, Pennsylvania Avenue,
Separate beach.
and the steel pier, and you can just barely see, well, there was no garden pier at that time.
Nice beach between the piers, though.
There it is looking east of Steel Pier, Virginia, to Maryland, to States, right in there.
Don't need that much.
There's States Avenue. You heard so much about it, there it is.
Doesn't exist anymore. Here's the Nixon
Gone.
Theater, the Globe, the St. Charles.
One tower on the St. Charles. You can see the old St. Charles behind it here. Hold on. Right there. And they put this tower in front. That's a vacant lot now. Showboat is right here.
Okay.
Vacant. Forest City Ratner's trying to get this property. Here's the garden pier. Here's the breakers that went in front of the Rudolph, and one tower of the St. Charles. There's the shot. There's the tower of the St. Charles here. And you come back towards Virginia Avenue, which would be States, Maryland, Virginia. This would be Virginia Avenue and the beach. There it is again. Now this picture is real early because here's Heinz Pier. No garden pier. Mr. Keith's apartments, you can barely see them. They're back there. It was illegal on this side of the boardwalk to live, and he was living there.
Coming up next.
There's the St. Charles and the Rudolph. Now, in the 1800s, when you came up this way, the boardwalk stopped right there.
Right here
That
in
was the
front
end
this
of it.
place?
Right in front of this place, when you got to here, the Rudolph, this is where they put the breakers. The breakers went right in here, and Garden Pier went right here. See, you couldn't take this picture today because this beach here became the Garden Pier right here, from here to here in front of the breakers.
And
But the boardwalk stopped right there.
How do you know that?
Well, we have cards that actually show it to us. Here it is. This is from the roof of Keith's apartments. This would be, this here pier, Heinz Pier, was Massachusetts Avenue. Don't change that mode there.
I'm
You're
not
just
changing.
ruining the show here.
Oh.
I got to show you what I had here for you.
Oh.
You fouled me up again. Where's the boardwalk showing them going to the Hotel Ludi?
I don't have it here.
I have it here. No.
Okay. Well, don't get so
Well,
moody about
let's put it this way. Here's Massachusetts in the wood. Here's that thing that was in front of City Hall. In prior shows, we showed you this wooden archway underpass. They put it right there. Now, if you notice, this boardwalk makes a hard left angle in degrees, but a left angle, and it goes all the way down. Here's the boardwalk. Watch it. It goes all the way down to here. And you can see this building here, which is the Royal Palace, because if you look over here, you can see the lighthouse is just getting in the picture here. Here's the lighthouse. Here's the Royal Palace. The boardwalk went to Massachusetts Avenue and then made an abrupt left over towards the Royal Palace at Pacific Avenue in the water. Now, what you got there, now, if you look at this, here they are building the boardwalk. Here's the pilings going in, and they're wrapping it all the way around the east end of the island. And here, because the boardwalk right away was Oriental Avenue.
Where's the back of the big building at?
The back of what big building?
That big building all the way out.
This here is the Royal Palace at Pacific and the water.
Am I it?
There it is there.
That's looking towards Brigantine
The
now.
boardwalk come right back and come right in front of this place like this, and then headed towards Captain Starnes down this way.
Like that?
Like that. There it is, right here. This ramp is the left side of the Royal Palace. I think Hackney's would be right where my pointer would be. Hackney's went right in here, and you walk down to Captain Starnes
And got
Inlet.
off the boardwalk at the bottom.
Right.
Like that, like down there.
The boardwalk ended right at Captain Starnes, right here. And you walk down there. Years later, the trolley wrapped around this building and went back on its route. But there it is, and when you see airplane photos of Atlantic City, they took off and landed right from here.
And then there's that whole area back there.
Right, that's the seawall. But prior to the seawall, if you look here, this is where the Brigantine Bridge went in. Right here. Nowadays, it goes like, whoa, like that, real big. But this is Captain Starnes to Hackney's, west of the Royal Palace.
That's the
And
next.
then
Then we go into these short
we go into the inner city here, excuse that board, but there's the lighthouse. Now, what people don't know about the lighthouse is, this is Rhode Island. This is Vermont. The water went this way. The water came across here, like this. And the boardwalk itself was up here. and there's the lighthouse. So
Okay.
next.
Oh, what do you want to go to? You want to go to Inner City?
Well, I'd
Go
like
to
to
some
show
inner
them the
city,
Captain Starnes shot one more time. Here you go.
Hello.
Now,
We got some...
we're going to bring you back into the city, right?
Well, we can do that, but we have to do it quick, and if you just give it real...
Too quick ruins it, man. Just slow it down.
Okay. That's just Ernie in there.
1911, September the 26th, he says. Ernie and Mildred.
We're there.
Wait a second now. Slow it down a little bit. There's the steel pier. Virginia Avenue and the beach. Right here. Now looking the other way from the pier at Virginia Avenue, there's the Islesworth. Here's Virginia Avenue, here's the pier. They'd fill this in years later. They'd come straight back out.
Here. Don't dwell too long on each card.
There's Virginia Avenue and the boardwalk looking east. As you see, here's the steel pier gets put in here, but this is roller coasters on the roof.
And around
You
the
can see all the
boardwalk,
merry-go-rounds. You can see the boardwalk coming up. You can see Keith's apartment sitting over here, and you can see Heinz Pier coming out here. No garden pier.
What's that one?
And then we put this on here. There it is.
That's that big hotel at Maine and Pacific and...
Here's Pacific Avenue here.
Yeah.
Here's your lighthouse back here. This is the Royal Palace.
Yeah, we
If you notice on the side of this building, it says Casino.
Hello.
This is the Royal Palace, and here's that Life-Saving Institute thing that we showed you before. You see the Life-Saving Tower on here? This was a lifeguard beach tent in front of the Royal Palace. Going this way is Dewey Place, St. Catherine's Place, Atlantic Avenue, Hackney's.
Well, that became a vacant lot called Altman Park.
Right, this is your Altman Park. You know now the Jitney Women's Association is sitting right back here, and Ross Memorial Chapel.
Yeah, well, there's the Keith Apartments John wants to talk about up there in the corner there. See it up?
Here's what happened. The Keith Apartments, when you read the boardwalk, book of the boardwalk, you can see his apartments up here, very at the top of the picture, right there. He lived in there. They were rule illegal. He had to tear them down, but he had the riparian rights, so he built the garden pier.
All right, let's keep moving. That's a sand catch on the beach and a blanket.
That's Virginia in the boardwalk, and they're having a sand catcher throwing people up and down in a blanket.
Been there before. Is your quick ship.
Here is the Hygeia Pools. Here's the entrance to Heinz Pier leading right down Massachusetts Avenue. Here's Massachusetts to Congress Avenue in the boardwalk in 1911.
And this was up right around there, too.
Right, here's the ramp to Heinz Pier. This is the hotel. I think it was called the Ludi. I'm not sure what it was called. But this lot stayed vacant until they put the beachfront gardens in there years later. This would be Metropolitan Avenue here leading towards the boardwalk.
Gotta flip them. Gotta flip them.
There it is again.
Don't take a lot of talk to see that photo.
Here's that. There it is right here. Here's the lot. Here's the leading to Heinz Pier. You can see it right down here. Here's Heinz Pier, Massachusetts Avenue. Here's the Hygeia Pools, the Vermont Apartments. And this is the picture where they took the boardwalk from here. It used to go like this now. Pay attention. It used to go all the way back over to there, like that. But then they wrapped that boardwalk, you see in that one postcard, all the way around to the Royal Palace and to Captain Starnes down the end. You notice Brigantine was all water. They stole our sand. They put a jetty here and blocked all that sand from filling our beaches. Because if you notice, when there's no jetties, there's beautiful beach.
Where's
when
the
there
Royal
is
Palace?
jetties, there's none. The Royal Palace is right there.
This is the card they put out.
There's their card.
And cottages.
Now you got to understand, you put that there it is, put it up there. What happens there is, this card has to be opened and pulled out of there.
Don't intend to do that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot, shows the whole panorama of coming around. Now here's the Royal Palace here. The boardwalk come up to the front. The Life-Saving Institute was there, and the Royal Palace was here, and their casino was there. Now what happened was, you have to come in from the other side.
Okay, from the other side.
And here's what happened. When the boardwalk got around there, you came around the boardwalk to Pacific Avenue. There's Pacific Avenue. There's the lighthouse. And as you come around, here's Pacific Avenue. Here's the rolling chair ride. Took you around in front of the Royal Palace. Here's the casino. Here's the beach out front. And down this way is Hackney's and Captain Starnes. That's how you rounded the inlet, right
Gotta
there.
flip through these
From
quick.
Pacific the Captain Starnes. Here's Euclid and Dewey Place and stuff like that.
All right.
There's an old shot. Here's the St. Charles. Here's the Lorraine. That was the name of it.
Good.
There's the St. Charles before the tower went up in front of it. There's the tower in front of it. Here's the Globe being built.
Here's the Breakers as a cottage became the Rudolph.
There's the Rudolph before the Breakers and Garden Pier got put in front of it here. There's the Breakers in front of it here with the Garden Pier in.
5 minutes.
And Keith's apartments laid right over here. That's where he was, right
There's
here.
a Grand Atlantic on Virginia again.
There's the Grand Atlantic on Virginia Avenue. The Islesworth would be here. And we're going right down the street.
Grand Atlantic with the rolling chairs out front. We showed that before. There's a rendition. Here's the Islesworth at Virginia and the Boardwalk.
Virginia and the Boardwalk. This became Z's Parking when it finally came down. It's now the Taj Mahal. Here's the St. Charles and the Breakers and Garden Pier.
All right, we got to flip through these quick. Savoy, down in Chelsea section.
California Avenue and the Boardwalk, the Savoy, before the Ritz goes up, before the Ambassador got built. There's the lighthouse. We're back up there again.
While we're flipping around.
Yeah.
We don't
There's a
mind.
horse and buggy. There's the Royal Palace. Look at how she looks. See, the casino was over here. You have the Royal Palace and Pacific Avenue right here.
We got to move.
It's a beautiful place. It's gone. There's from the lighthouse looking. Here's the Garden Pier. Keith's Theater built. Here's the one where the leads to the Heinz Pier ramp here. Here's the St. Charles and the Breakers and everything here from Virginia to Massachusetts. There's the shot years later after the concrete got up. The St. Charles and the Breakers got put in front of the Rudolph, and the Garden Pier is still there. And here's Massachusetts Avenue, and here's the Hygeia Pools. There's a shot from the top of the St. Charles Towers. Here's the Rudolph, which is the back of the Breakers. Here's the lighthouse over here. The Royal Palace is still intact over here.
Where's that?
That there's confusing, but I believe that that's from Tower of the St. Charles to M.E. Blatt, which you can see right here, which would be South Carolina and Atlantic.
South, north.
And this is the way St. Charles Place looked.
Hello. And this is the way Atlantic Avenue looked.
That's Atlantic Avenue in front of the United States Hotel, which is from Maryland to Connecticut on Atlantic.
No big whoop. Pacific Avenue. We've shown these before. It's important.
Pacific Avenue from Rhode Island to the United States Hotel property at Maryland. There's Atlantic Avenue looking east from Missouri Avenue. Here was your train station. This is the corridor now. It's all opened up, wide open. Here's where Abe's Oyster House would be if you're trying to get landmarks.
Gotta do it quick.
That's Atlantic Avenue from, looks like, well, that's after the United States Hotel subdivided their property and built along Atlantic Avenue, because here's that building's still there right now. Go up there. There's Atlantic Avenue. There's Kuhnel's Hotel,
Coonley.
City Hall, Coonley.
There's Kentucky. We're staying with the
There's
K's.
Kentucky and the Boardwalk with their Sky Tower in the 1850s, 1860s. You can see Kentucky Avenue here.
We're moving right along.
New York and Atlantic. Tennessee and Atlantic. North Carolina and Atlantic. North Carolina Atlantic. Here's the Manhattan. Here's the Manhattan. This is from the top of M.E. Blatt. Here's the Guaranteed Bank Building. The train station is still coming up to here. Here's the Penn Atlantic. There's from the top of the Bartlett Building, which became Guaranteed Bank and Trust. M.E. Blatt gets put here. Here's City Hall, the hotel, the train station. There's Atlantic Avenue, New York and Atlantic. The Embassy Theater came here. The Law Building, City Hall, the trolleys. The trolleys. Here's the hotel. Here's the train station.
There's a train station.
A train station. Look at all the horse and buggies waiting for people to come in from Philly or something.
Limos.
M.E. Blatt. Stanley Restaurant.
All right, quick. South Carolina Boardwalk.
South Carolina and the Boardwalk. This would be the power plant for the Shelf on that Haddon Hall. Here's where Carolina Sub went in. Here's the Senator Hotel got put in here. Here's the Boardwalk.
Shown these before.
Here it is again a few years later.
Hello.
Now this is unique. That's Indiana and Pacific looking east. Here's where your post office went in right here, Greg's Hall. Tennessee and Pacific looking west. Here's St. Nick's Church letting out some Sunday.
It's over for the
So
Solitarians.
they tore this down here. Columbus Hotel went in there. Same shot.
That was 1913, by the way.
Here's an empty lot at the Columbus Hotel.
All right, we're just about done this row. Just draw 'em
States
up.
Avenue,
Hello, what's that?
Pennsylvania
We're
Avenue,
ready to wrap this show up. We appreciate you tuning
North
in.
Virginia Avenue. There's the Grand Atlantic.
There's Virginia and Pacific,
The Abelmeyer. You get off the jitney here, went to the pier,
and it got a name.
then it got painted.
New York has its lady, San Francisco the Bay, Paris has its tower, London its queen. The town I was born in might change from old to new. That's something I must tell you. I've got sand in my shoes. I'll never leave Atlantic City. I'll never go too far away. I'll never leave Atlantic City. On the boardwalk, the song, people come every day, taking the salt air, walk on its beaches, might ride in rolling chairs. When they look at the brand new, think of the old days, things they used to do. Atlantic City, my hometown, I won't forget Atlantic City. I'll never leave and go